हमको देखा तुमने हमको देखा ऐसे हम तुम सनम यूं ही सनम साथ रहे जन्म जन्म. Oh my God! I don't know, when I just come in front of you guys, I'm just thinking about something, and today I was feeling very, very lovey-dovey because you know what? This beautiful guest that I have with me today on United Voice of Women is such a darling. So I thought something like that would be very, very appropriate. But we will know more when we actually see her. But before that, hey, welcome to another brand new episode of United Voice of Women. This is Vani with you from the studios of Mana TV5. And as always, once again, I've got a beautiful story, a beautiful journey to share with you. If you are ready, let's go. But, before we go there, you didn't tell me how you like my beautiful outfit today. God, I'm in love with it. This beautiful, combination of colors, this beautiful material, the flow, beautiful, isn't it? Yes, and this lovely outfit is once again by Nakshatra Design Studio. Thank you, Sushmita. I absolutely love your design. I love this beautiful belt here. Makes me feel very modern and chic, though it's very traditional looking, at the same time very classy. God, I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you already know, for the next 8 weeks, I'm going to be wearing only and only Nakshatra Design Studios outfits made specially custom made for me by Sushmita. All right, now it's time we go in there and meet her. Everybody, thank you so much once again for tuning into United Voice of Women. Yes, of course, it is again that time of the week when you and me come together to have a beautiful rendezvous, and that is United Voice of Women. Oh my God, an ode to the woman, a celebration of women, inspiration for women, empowerment of women, and of course lots and lots of love for women. Oh my God, every single week when I'm here, I'm like exhilarated as if this is the very first time I'm here in front of you guys, and I just can't thank you enough for being so wonderful. Mwah! And as you know, this beautiful gorgeous perfumed atmosphere platform here, all right, is actually one of its kind, right? Because we are wanting to celebrate women around us and among us, because each one of us, though we actually think we are different, we are so similar. We all have our regular personal life and professional life, and here we are trying to juggle between the two, and we know some people do one better than the other, and the whole idea is just to see what you do. Okay, how is life treating you? And when you actually take us through your journey, there's so much to learn, because everything that you'll be talking about is absolutely something that we can relate to, isn't it? That's why we're not really talking about women like Mrs. Indira Gandhi or Jhansi Ki Rani to be able to really connect with. Why? Because we feel there's somebody up there already, so we would say wow, and that's about it. But when it is a woman like you and me that we're sitting and talking with, what happens? We relate. So we think if she can do it, oh yeah, I definitely can do it. And that is the whole idea. Learn from each other, learn to smile better, learn to smile more. That is the only funda that we have here on United Voice of Women. And today, this woman that is here in our studios, I have to say that I fell in love with her even before meeting with her. I actually have never met with her till now, all right? But the way she reached out to me and the kind of love that she showered upon me just through messages. I don't know, sometimes people talk about Facebook पे क्या होता है, ये क्या होता है, वो क्या होता है, but I feel real emotions, they don't really need anything whatsoever. Real emotions just shine through everything all the time, and I'm so delighted to have this lovely angelic friend that I made on the Facebook. All right, and this is Ashwini for you, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for her.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Vani. My pleasure. Thank you. So honored.
Welcome.
So blessed.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. First of all, I'm very proud to be a woman, and I so love this life and this journey and everything. So thank you so much. I'm so blessed to be here.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Ashwini,
Thank
you
you.
have this quality about you. You are so real.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, Vani.
You know, you are more than real. You almost like wear your heart on your sleeve.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I have always felt whenever I've interacted with you that you're a woman that literally wears her heart on her sleeve. And that's not a lot of people.
It's in the blood.
That's nice to know. That's nice to know. And I guess that is what the story is all about, right? Start off with the blood. Okay. So let's get into your DNA right now and tell us where were you born?
Oh well, I was born in a town in Karnataka. It's like more South Karnataka. It's called Hassan.
I know Hassan.
Oh really? Oh good. I'm so
Been
proud.
to Hassan.
Really? Oh nice.
I was there in Belur Halaibid.
Belur, Halebeedu, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
somewhere around.
Yeah, so Sakleshpur, like it's on coffee estates out there. So we are from. It's called Malnad, which is like very like very like a hill station and very beautiful weather and everything. Unlike the rest of Karnataka.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very different climate and weather there. So yeah,
Absolutely.
so my mom's from there. So I was born in Hassan. So
Hassan means a smile. Hassani, smile.
Hassan is named after a god, as I know, I mean, from what I've heard.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a
Hassani
god.
is also somebody with a beautiful smile. So
Yeah,
I just,
Hassani, yes.
right?
Yes,
Yeah, so I thought maybe.
yeah, there are names called Hassani, yes.
Right, so
that's
something
true.
could be related to that too.
Yeah, maybe, right?
Maybe because I see that beaming smile on your
Oh,
face, and I
yeah.
thought maybe we could relate to that. So
Okay,
so
yeah.
that's where you were born.
Yeah, my mom's from there. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so tell us a little more. Are you the first child?
Yeah, I'm the first child. I have a younger brother, 2 years younger, and so my mom has 7 elder brothers. So she was the only girl in the family.
Wow, that is something.
Yeah, that's something, right? 7 elder brothers. I mean, she's blessed to have 7 brothers, but
She must be like a princess.
yeah, she was treated like a princess at home. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so and they all have coffee estates, so they're from very like the whole it's really not a village, but it's the whole town that's all connected. Like it's brotherhood and sisterhood in the whole town. So
Wow.
so she was really like a princess.
So
in the
primarily
family.
everybody is doing coffee estates.
Coffee business, yes, coffee estates, yes.
Wow,
Yeah, they didn't know
amazing.
anything other than coffee.
Wow,
Yes.
that
Filter
is
coffee
awesome.
is filter coffee is the name of the family. Like it's in the house.
It's in the house.
Yeah, you smell it everywhere. Yes.
Wow, so that's where you were born. How was it growing up? Was it a joint family or did
Yeah,
you?
so my mom, really, my dad is from the other part of Karnataka, which is like more central Karnataka. So, but they are like very, very, very different language-wise, culture-wise, everything. And they're like 10 hours apart. So it's a big deal to get married 10 hours, 10 hours distance-wise. So my mom got married to my dad, who's the eldest of 10 siblings. So it was like two big families, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So my
Okay.
mom being the youngest, being married to the eldest in the family was like, and I'm the youngest granddaughter on my dad's side.
Okay.
Yeah. So my dad, I mean, he's from the agriculture department, like so you really don't get posted into big cities. It's more like rural and small towns. So although I was born in Hassan, we lived on the other side of Karnataka, and in a village, like because my dad was posted there to improve the rural areas, right? And yeah, so
What
I
was that
pretty
place
much
called?
That was called Haveri.
Haveri.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a village near Haveri. Haveri is the closest town.
Okay.
So I was sent to from the
School?
village 4 miles to go into the town to study when I was like 6 and 7 and up to my 5th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was,
Okay.
I mean, it was for a 6-year-old, I think it was a big responsibility to do all the bus and traveling and everything and go to the town and take my younger brother with me. And there were days when we came home when it was pitch dark because the buses and everything, right? Everything that, yeah, it was a quiet childhood. It was nothing fancy. I know, I mean, like, compared to how our kids are here now,
True,
it was a
true.
very, very different lifestyle. And my mom really, she really gelled into this family, which was from a different culture, and it was really, really nice. Yeah.
Wow. So what
Yeah.
are your most fond memories from that place?
I got to do very well in school, and I lived around the farms. So everywhere I go, I would see the farms. And
Did you just play around
yeah,
in the
play
farms,
around, yes, all the time. I mean,
rolling in the fields?
yeah.
Yeah?
But we always used to long to go, wait for our summer vacation so we could go to my grandma's house on the mom's side.
Okay.
So we would go and spend 2 months in my grandma's
Hassan.
Hassan, yeah.
Okay,
near the
so
near
that was like a
Hassan.
real
Oh,
beautiful
yeah,
place.
We loved that place. I still
Ah.
feel so connected to that place because that was where all my childhood vacations were were spent.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and I have a lot of cousins. Like imagine eight siblings. So they were
Correct,
like,
correct.
yeah, each one had 2 kids. So it was like, yeah, big family, and they all had a joint family. So we spent all our vacation there. We would eat in at somebody's house, and nobody, it was so much fun. We would be out all the time.
What was your
cousins.
favorite food at home?
Okay, we make something called roti with rice flour.
Yes, yes.
So that's called akki roti in
Akki roti.
Yeah, in
Okay.
Canada.
Uh-huh.
So that's what they ate 5 days a week with different curries. So
Like
that used to
instead
be
of rice or roti,
yeah,
that is what is roti.
Yeah, roti. So we used to every morning. There's a machine that makes the roti, and one of them would just sit there in the kitchen. It could be any man or woman, whoever is free, and then we had to like do the rotis, and then we had to make 50-60 rotis because we were like such a big family in my mom's house. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we used to go to my dad's house just because it was closer. My dad's family was closer. I mean, his town was closer.
Okay.
We would go there as well. There also it was a joint family. A lot
A
of
big
uncles and
family.
aunts. Yes, uncle
Wow.
and aunts. Yeah.
So you always saw large families
Yes,
around you,
yeah.
and who were you more closer to, mom or dad?
More close to mom. My dad was very strict, so
That's
there
what I was
wasn't
trying to
that
get
love
to.
and affection shown to us. Like although we know that he cared a lot and he loved a lot, but there was no like the free way
Expression.
talking and expressions and affection shown
No.
shown in any way. So he was very strict. So he was very he was very nice, but just that he also was very strict. He was not from military background, but he led a military life. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Very strict about
yeah,
everything.
Yeah, no TV in the house, no, following a schedule and waking up early. Yes, there were a lot of things that
Okay.
we were supposed to follow
So
as kids.
all the goofing up was only with mommy?
Yeah, mom was close, and mom's very
Were
soft-hearted.
you and your
She was-
brother very close?
and during our childhood, yes, because I was kind of taking care of him, both at school and home and everything. Yeah, we spent all our childhood playing together.
Okay.
As we grew up, yeah, I mean, we
So you've
still
been a
cared for
very
each other.
responsible girl right from when you were very young.
Yeah, I didn't do anything at home because mom never let me do anything because she knew that when you grow up, you have
Exactly,
things
exactly.
to do.
But
so
what
she
I
really
mean,
not.
taking care of your
Yes,
brother.
yes, especially because we had to
travel to school,
Yeah, I know.
bringing him back and
Yeah.
stuff. That's a lot of responsibility,
Yeah.
girl.
Like, as a 6-year-old, I was on my own, traveling
It's
and doing
good, I would
everything.
think.
Yeah.
Because
so
you
that-
learnt it.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
was-
before,
I
the
was-
world actually came on to you,
Right.
you were actually prepared maybe.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Yeah.
People like me who knew nothing.
Right, I know.
You
I mean,
know?
our kid, I can't imagine my daughter, she's now 7, but I can't imagine her taking her 4-year-old sister and going to another town by bus alone.
Correct,
Can
correct,
never- I mean,
correct.
although there were people who would pick us up from the bus stop and take us home, like
Uh-huh,
walk us
uh-huh,
home,
uh-huh, uh-huh.
because it was a farm, so there were always people around to help
Yes,
with.
yes, sure.
Yeah, but
But that's a lot of
yeah.
responsibility.
Yeah,
all
but
said and
still
done.
doing the bus journey and going to, and there was an auto driver who would pick us from the bus, take us to the school.
Correct.
But on strike and days where there were strikes and no buses and whatever.
You remember things vividly,
Yeah, I
girl.
have a very good memory.
I'm actually able to see some roads and autos and buses and farms. And
I even remember the
I'm
auto
getting
driver's
visuals.
faces and everything because I was known to have a good memory in my family.
Wow.
Yeah, my it was also in the blood.
That is beautiful.
A lot of things in the blood, right?
Okay, so who was the one who was compelling you to drive your life in a particular direction? Your father was telling after school, this is what's happening.
Yeah,
this
he
is-
could have sent us to the school in the village, right? The village had a school. But he was very determined, saying, "You have to go
To the best.
to the best school." And I was like a star student because among the small towns, right?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
my 1st to 5th grade, I was like very outspoken, and I would participate in everything. I would win prizes. I was everything in the school. But then I think in 5th grade we moved to another part of Karnataka, which is called Mangalore.
Okay, yeah, of
which
course.
is-
I know
which was a
Bangalore.
very
Happening
which was a big
place.
city, yeah, right.
Yes.
For us, it was like going from a village to a big city.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, but we kind of coped up with everything that came our way, and that's where I spent the rest of my
I
schooling.
think when
and
we are
everything.
young, it's so much more easier.
Right.
We just adapt.
Yeah, we just
very
adapt. Yeah,
easily
no
adapt to
yeah.
stuff. I used to go around a lot of places myself.
Yeah.
So Bhilai, Durgapur, Bokaro, Delhi, Panipat, Chandigarh, Shimla, Bombay.
Oh,
we're
nice.
all. So
Yeah.
you know what? I don't remember ever thinking, how do I adjust here?
Right. Yeah.
I think it
So
just comes
easy.
naturally when
Yeah.
you're younger because you have
Yeah.
an open mind.
Right.
Right?
So, yep. So it was nice. Mangalore is where I finished my 12th and
Okay.
then went to my dad's place for my engineering.
So was that all planned by somebody or was that your dream?
I think it was, it was always said that, okay, daughters and sons have to do engineering and medical. Medical was not that I had that score and everything. So
Okay.
engineering was the way to go.
Uh-huh,
So
uh-huh.
I just kind of flew in. I think
Okay.
I didn't.
No plans?
I don't think I planned my future that. No, I don't think
Not
so at
even
all.
your dad?
No. No, he wanted me to do engineering.
That's
Yeah,
it?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So he enrolled me. I just went to college. I just followed.
So in
followed the
engineering,
thing.
what did you do?
I actually took up mechanical.
Uh-huh.
There's another new subject that was introduced called industrial production.
Okay.
So I took up that on purpose because I wanted to do that.
You were interested in
Yeah.
that.
But then I think my dad and everybody wanted me to be a computer science and electronics engineer, so they kind of moved me after my first year.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then I ended up being in electronics and communication engineering.
Wow.
Yeah.
So besides studies, what else did you do?
Besides studies, we learned guitar at school. just like school related stuff. But I was quiet. My 5th grade to 10th grade, I was kind of. I wasn't like the girl I was from the 1st to 5th grade. I was
Why do you
quiet.
think so?
I think I went into a big,
City?
and there was so much to cope up and learn and everything.
Ah.
So, it so happened that from 1st to 5th grade, there was no Hindi introduced to me in school.
Uh-huh.
And then in the town, in Mangalore where I went, Hindi was already at a reading level.
Oh.
So, I was constantly catching up.
Oh.
Yeah, so I had to catch up a lot.
But that must have been your second language, right?
No, Hindi, yeah, it was my second language, but I was at a stage where I could get a 0 in Hindi because I never knew
So
Hindi.
they didn't have Kannada? as second language?
No, Kannada was the third language.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you did do that
I
too.
did do Hindi, English, and Kannada, but my Hindi was like at zero level because I didn't know even the IE. Of
Yes,
Hindi.
yes.
And my mom knew a little bit of Hindi, and she really taught me. And then I went from. So all the focus was, trying to catch up and catch up and catch up.
Okay,
with everything at school.
All right. So after school, after 10th, you
I did
blossomed?
my engineering. I did my 12th in Mangalore itself.
So
St.
that was the
Agnes.
stage when you started opening up yet, or no?
No, I think after when I came to my engineering.
That's when.
Yeah, so
okay.
I was in an all-girls school to an all-girls college, and so it was. Agnes is a very good college in Mangalore. It's a girls-only college, but for me, since my dad was very strict, I was not allowed to do a lot of things. Like, I was not allowed to go on school trips. I was not allowed to wear. I never had a jeans all my school life. I never had a jeans. So the first jeans I bought was when my husband bought it after I got married.
Oh my God,
Yes.
that is interesting.
Yes, so for the whole
Okay.
whatever years, that 25 years, I never had a jeans
Yes,
in my life. Yeah,
yes. So Bangalore
small
actually,
things, right?
Bangalore is a very modern city
Yeah,
compared
it
to
is
the others,
modern.
especially in those years.
Yes, it was modern.
I
It
would
is
say.
modern, yes. for
Very
sure.
modern
Yeah,
city.
Very cosmopolitan, even
है
from
ना?
those days.
Yeah.
Yes,
Back then is what I'm talking
Right,
about. Now
yeah.
everybody is there.
Yeah.
But that time, even
Yeah.
Delhi, Bombay was something else. But this was very, very mod.
Right.
You know?
My dad wasn't very traditional. He wouldn't ask us to wear anything like traditional or anything. But he had these values and things, and maybe he didn't like us to wear jeans.
That's
and
okay.
Yeah,
No,
because
but I'm
those
just
sound-
saying
yeah,
that
true.
where you grew up, definitely that place I think was more mod than the other states.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so wonderful.
And
You
there's
know-
one incident that I want to share.
Sure.
So I was born and then I was like 9 months, I think. So my grandma's room had all my pictures, beautiful pictures of me. And then there's this one last picture which wasn't really me looking very well, like looking very good. And much later in life, my cousins, my mom's eldest brother's son and everybody who are much older than me, they told me this, and they said, when I was 9 months old, I had something called rickets. That was a disease where your whole tummy becomes big. I don't consider it that a bad dream, so I just want to share it for my own
absolutely.
thing. So they say that your whole tummy becomes big, and then your hands and legs become very small. Like it's like you become like a bird, something like that. So it's a bone-related disease, I guess. So they said, there were no chances of me surviving, and they were just waiting for they could see my heart beating, right? And they were at a point that there's no solution, there's no treatment, there's no cure to this, and they were almost waiting for my heart to stop beating, because that was they were thinking that
That's what is going to happen.
Yeah. And my grandmother, my mom's mother, she was told, to do certain things with me, take me to the jungle and do something and all that.
Like what?
Before the sun comes out, she had to take me and, do certain, I think, rituals and everything. And she did that, and I surprisingly came back to, literally came up recovering from that.
Wow.
And everybody is still, they tell me that this is what you went through, and this is the picture from then. That's why you see that picture is so different from the rest of the pictures. And that, I want to remind myself about this, because that was a miracle. They all say it's a miracle.
Exactly.
And I'm so glad. Yeah, so grateful for this life, so thankful for this life.
Wow.
Yeah. So I kind of constantly remind myself that miracles do happen. It happened with me, and this life is it's worth
See?
living, right?
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a miracle. And that
Miracle,
too,
yes.
no real medication that treated you.
Yeah, there wasn't any medication. I don't know if you've even heard about that. It's what's called rickets.
Rickets? How do you
Rickets.
spell that?
Rickets.
Rickets, okay.
Rickets, yeah.
Wow.
No, it's one in 1,000 baby, or I don't know what's the ratio.
And
but
they
said
usually never survive?
they never survive.
Wow.
I feel so
See?
blessed.
You were
and
meant to
so,
be.
Yeah.
Yeah?
This life was.
All
yes.
this was supposed to happen.
Yeah, I was born to live.
It
right?
was. Wow. Awesome.
So,
See?
yeah, I don't consider it as a bad dream, but I kind of love. Kind of remind
it's
myself.
a miracle.
Miracle, yes.
And
miracles
like you
do
just
happen.
said, You know, this actually helps you believe in miracles.
Exactly.
That way people are trying to forget.
Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah.
Everything is not science.
Yeah.
You know, I know science says this is how it is.
Right.
But I always believe in miracles.
Miracles
I
do
don't
happen.
believe in any set boundaries in
Exactly.
anything. All right?
Yeah.
I don't live like that. Because I believe anything can happen.
Yeah.
It's
And the second miracle also happened with my second baby, actually. I mean, nothing, like her heartbeat didn't show up until I was 9 weeks pregnant. And when I went to a doctor in California, we were in California back then, and she's 4.5 years old now. And any other doctor, I would think, would ask me to go through the process, I mean the procedure, DNC, and terminate this, because the heartbeat not showing up is very common.
Correct.
And up to 9 weeks not showing is a very,
Big thing.
big thing. But this doctor, I mean, I still owe it to him. He said, you know what, maybe this, I mean, let's give it another 2 weeks and you come back. And if there's still no heartbeat, we'll do the procedure.
Huh.
And 2 weeks later, at 11 weeks, when I went back, I was prepared, prepared to go through whatever it needs,
Yes,
to,
yes,
needs to,
yes.
whatever it takes to do. And surprisingly, he said, there's a very healthy heartbeat and this baby is for yours to keep. And that was my second miracle. I mean, I feel chills when I think, what if I had,
Yeah.
anything else was told, or what if we had to go through
11 weeks before you know that there is a heartbeat.
Yes, 11
That is a
weeks.
miracle.
Yeah, that was a miracle. That's what I feel like. She is a miracle baby.
Wow. You
Yeah.
are special, I think.
Oh my gosh, no,
Ashwini.
I'm just an ordinary
No,
girl.
but what I'm saying
normal.
is, you know,
Yeah.
miracles do happen to people
Yeah.
that are special
Yeah.
and really, deserve miracles maybe.
Yes.
You
I
know?
Feel, yes.
So you should be really, really, really proud.
Yeah.
And I think you have that in you, that appreciation for life.
Yeah.
I see that in you.
Yeah.
You know, as a human being, all these little things. Today, the way I had to keep you waiting for the shoot, it was not even funny,
No,
right? I
it's
mean,
fine.
you literally had to wait from morning and things just didn't work out.
Yeah.
All right.
still
And
happen.
we all went back and forth about things, and the calm and cool that you have shown, and not just that, you were actually telling me it is okay.
I know. I didn't want you to feel for me, right? I was so
That
thinking
was-
about that. Yeah, I was like, no, Bunny, it's totally fine. You don't get stressed about what I will feel
You know,
like.
I was amazed at that,
Oh.
that this girl is not even thinking about what is happening to her. She's somewhere out there, 1 hour away from the studio, and you don't know what are the developments here. You don't know nothing till you hear from me. And when I'm trying to tell you I'm sorry, you were more worried about me
Yeah,
than you were thinking
because-
about yourself, dressed and waiting is not that any woman likes to do.
No, this day was dedicated to you, so we are still, covered, and we are.
God
still-
bless
yeah,
you.
no,
I
thank
mean-
you. I mean, all in my mind was, I'm going to see you today, and yeah, that's all was running in my mind. I was like, okay, I mean, I can wait to see you, but I want to see you. I want to see you.
You know what, this
Everything
love-
else was secondary. I wanted to really see you. And
Oh my God. And I'm so glad.
Yeah, and everything worked out so soon, and we got to meet, and I'm so glad. Yeah, thank you so
I'm
much.
extremely honored. What else shall I say? Okay. So you know what? In this world, I think the hardest thing to get is love.
Really, yes.
Somehow, because I somehow feel a lot of people have an issue expressing love,
Oh yeah.
or it's not always very easy to understand that somebody is expressing love because it's varied. The
Right.
expression of love is very varied, and I think most of us are also very vulnerable inside. We feel we cannot really express love
Right.
openly.
True.
We try to hold love,
True.
but we
Yeah.
will express everything else.
Yeah, but it's shown one way or the other, I feel, don't you? think so?
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
by my words, you felt the love, right? I mean, maybe.
But
it's
the most easy way
Mhm.
for anybody
Right.
to comprehend is when you speak it out.
Yeah, because we just take it for granted. I mean, take so many things for granted, right?
That is one thing.
Yeah.
One thing is granted. Another thing I feel, for some reason, people are very afraid of expressing love.
Mm-hmm. True.
You know, for whatever reason.
Yeah, I know.
I do wonder why.
Yeah.
What reasons can you give? What do you think?
I think maybe they're shy. I mean, they like my
Yeah,
husband is not.
shy is definitely a big thing.
Yeah, they. I mean, it's there, but it's just they just don't know how to express.
Yeah. It is very strange, I feel.
I'm very expressive. My husband is not, but I know for sure that he loves me.
I know exactly what you mean.
Everything.
My husband doesn't even know how to spell expression.
Right.
Forget about,
Yeah.
going all the way and trying to express. He cannot even spell expression, all right? And I have expression written all
All over the body, in every cell of your body, right?
Yes, totally.
Yeah,
But I always have been very inquisitive about trying to understand, because I live with somebody who is unable to express.
That's the poles apart. You both are poles
I
apart.
know that there are times that when he tries real hard, okay, and even when it comes out, it will not come across lovingly.
Right.
I mean, that much difficulty. And my sister, I've actually said that more than a couple of times, that she just cannot
Is
express love.
Is it? Oh wow. Okay.
Just not.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Her express love in the way she won't say it.
Okay.
Okay? Her way is by feeding you.
She shows love that way. Oh, that's
So
right?
everybody has
Yeah,
different
different
things.
ways.
I've figured now. All right? Took me a lot of time to figure.
I know.
So I know that feeding is her most spontaneous way of expression of love.
Wow. How sweet. Yeah. So different, but
yeah. So for example, maybe you meet my sister. You were in Australia and you just came across her somewhere outside, all right, on the roads, and you said something, and you're in America and you're in New Jersey. All right, she would then ask, "Oh, you're in New Jersey. My sister lives there."
Okay.
All right, and if you would even remotely say that, "Oh my God, who is your sister?" and I know your sister, that's it. The rest of the trip, will be on her.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That's about it.
Okay.
I can't do that.
Okay.
I cannot.
Right.
You know what? I won't be able to put in that much of money, that much of time
and
that much of effort,
Yeah, it's big
cooking
thing.
and
Yeah.
taking care of another whole family,
Yeah.
etc.
She's so giving, actually.
Exactly.
I know. That's a big.
It is very huge.
My mom is like that.
Ashwini.
Oh my gosh, my mom is so much like that.
See, it's very huge.
Yeah.
But the problem is people don't understand that. They
Right.
take it for granted.
Right.
Somebody is giving you food. They don't see all the effort that goes behind it.
Yes. It's just what you see and
Okay,
yeah.
they don't think about the time spent on it or something.
Right.
All they might say is, "Wow, this was very delicious."
That's it. Yep. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
They are not at all thinking that that is your expression of
True.
love.
True. Very true.
You know?
Yeah.
So have you ever come across anybody with various kinds of expressions? You know why I'm asking you, Ashwini? Because you seem to have a different kind of family too.
Right.
You know, like your father, you must have seen, you must have learned.
Yeah.
Like, I learned a lot because of my husband and my sister. Their expressions are so different. I know that I don't even have to lay my finger on something. You know,
Right.
it will happen for me. It will just
Right.
happen.
Right. My dad is like that. He's never shown his love or affection to us. But we know for sure that if I need something, he'll go around the whole city walking to get that one thing for me.
There you go.
But yeah, he's never been that. But now I'm very close to him. I mean, I can say whatever I want, and I can speak my heart out with him. But
That's
it
awesome.
wasn't the case until
While you
even
were younger.
until even 10 years ago.
So did
Until
you
I was-
miss that?
Yes, I miss that.
You miss that,
That, yes.
because I can see it in your face
I
while
miss
you're
that.
talking
I miss
about
my
it.
whole childhood not being able to
Close to connect with
not
him.
being connected. I mean, yes, very much. I miss that.
You miss that.
Yeah.
And what about, you know, when you actually have your husband also exactly the same?
Thankfully not. He chose me, seeing what I am. So
Correct.
Yeah,
correct.
I mean, me and my husband. I mean, we met in engineering. We are
Oh.
from the same class.
So it's a love marriage?
It's a purely love marriage.
Oh my God, we got to listen about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, my husband is a Muslim. I'm a Hindu. So we actually were in the same college studying. And so like I went from Mangalore to again another conservative town. So I mean, when you're from Mangalore, you're so open. I mean, like you're, you just are out of a girls' college and you're going to a co-ed engineering college. You're just like, just being yourself and everything. Speaking English and everything. And then the town where I went, I mean, girls were not so outspoken. They weren't supposed to be, and I didn't know that. So I just go to this engineering college, and boys in the class, girls in the class, and my husband and I mean, there were a lot of things. So I changed my subject from IP to,
like you said,
your
parents wanted you to.
Right? So in the third semester, I changed my subject, and that's how I went to my husband's class. He was electronics, and he was a bright student, so he was in the same class. And then it so happens that I was supposed to be in a different section, and my husband was supposed to be in a different. I mean, like we were in different sections. But since all my girlfriends from the first 2 semesters were in his class, I would just go and sit in his class. My attendance was 0, and it was 0 in the other class, and my attendance was, they wouldn't take my name in this class. But I never cared for all that. I would just go and sit there and be with that class, and then I would every semester I would go to the main office and say that, can you please put my name in this section, and they would refuse to do that. But I somehow got it done, and I would always be in his section. And then he I think in the third semester, we went to this fair, like the fair and
Mela.
Mela.
Yeah.
So we went to I love Mela.
Mela's there,
so
right?
much fun.
I know.
Yeah. So even the Melas here are fun. I love these.
I know.
Yeah. So we went there, and he said, when's your birthday? What's your name? And then we both have the same birth, like I'm the 10th of April, and he's 13th of April. So we are like the same. Yes, very close, right?
Okay.
So then he says, and then I ask him, what's your name? And then he says, my name is Syed. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I figured that is a Muslim name. So I'm like, okay, cautious.
Okay.
Caution. My family, my dad, everything comes into my comes before my eyes. Right? And then we happened to be best friends after that. I mean,
awesome.
he was a very naughty boy. He would not, next day in the college, he would come and try to talk to me, and then I knew that there was something that attracted. Yeah, he was naughty. I was very easygoing and everything. So we kind of were the best friends in college,
which
all
is the
throughout.
best thing to happen.
Yes. And I think starting 6th and 7th semester, my dad started looking for looking for to get me married, because I was the eldest in the family. So he was the eldest, I was the eldest. So I would tell my whole class that I'm going to see a boy and go to Bangalore, because we had to go to Bangalore because nobody would come to the towns. We had to go to Bangalore. And I would tell everybody in my class that I'm going to see a boy, I'm going to get married, and I probably will not finish my final year and everything. And he probably felt sad when I said that, but he knew everything until after college. When he said that he likes me and he wants to marry me and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. And we didn't even have cell phone. I mean, we did have cell phones at that time, but then the cell phones,
far and few, I would think.
Yeah, early 2000.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did have cell phones, but then the incoming also was charged and outgoing. It was like a huge thing. So he would get me a phone, pay the bills and everything, and then I told him, this is not going to work. It's not so easy. We are from different religions, and different religions means a lot, because I'm from a very conservative town.
Correct.
And I think there were a lot of riots and everything from way back.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it was very, and he is also from the same town, so it's not easy. When our houses are 10 minutes apart.
Wow.
And anything can happen, right? And when it is, but then I told him that if you convince my family, if this is happening, we have to have it with the consent of our families. And then it took 5 years for him to convince my family.
What did he do?
He met everybody in my family, spoke very good Kannada, impressed them with the language, and they really liked him after they met him. My entire family, my mom's family, really liked him.
5 years?
Yeah, 5 years. Yes. And after that, when I went back to college, our professors were like, okay, Ashwini, whom did you get married to? And I'm like, okay, this boy. He's right there. He's my husband. And they were like, really? And I said, yes. Yeah.
Wow, that is very interesting.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
That is wonderful. That actually, though your parents were so strict,
Yes.
he accepted this.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't very easy in the beginning. My dad wasn't very, I mean, he
I'm
obviously.
sure.
But we had my mom's brother's wife, my aunt.
Uh-huh.
She's like a God given for us. She took the initiative. So she met him. She knew that he was the right guy for me. I mean, right boy, and she knew that he was a very good boy. So she actually took the whole load on her. She was like the godmother for us.
Wow.
So she convinced my dad, one-on-one. She convinced my dad. She said to him, "Let her go. You know, this is for good, and I'm taking the responsibility." And and then it was all.
What were you thinking? Like, did you know that whether or not they would accept you will marry this boy, or you thought that if my parents
I would only cry. I sit and cry actually. I mean, I wasn't that like strong of a person.
That's what I thought.
Because my mom and me, my mom knew me. I mean, my mom was also like that. So me and my mom, we weren't really like the strong-headed ones. So we would just wait it out, or but then later, I think towards the end, I started saying that if I marry, I'm going to marry him, and a few things happened, and
but they stopped. Even they were looking at guys already for you, right? But they held all that off for 5 years.
No, they were looking, and then I was even engaged to a boy who was in the US, engaged as in the following week was the engagement, and I told my best friend that I'm engaged, and and everything, and then he was heartbroken for sure. I can't even tell you what he went through.
Wow.
That was a most difficult time for him. And then the engagement broke on its own. The engagement broke absolutely on its own.
Another miracle?
Yeah, another miracle. It was something to do with money matters, I guess, and so the boy in the US wanted me to do some courses, and my dad was my dad was already retired by then, so he couldn't, he got my engineering completed, so he really didn't want to spend money on courses. And
more courses.
Yeah, courses, especially in Bangalore, were very expensive, like 50,000 to 1 lakh and things like that. So my dad really didn't. He said, the girl is yours, if you want to pay and get her to do whatever we want her to do.
Yeah.
But I think the boy didn't like it or something, and he felt offended or something. I don't know what went wrong. And when the engagement broke, like literally 2 days before, Shweb is his name. He has 2 first names, Syed Shweb.
Who? So your husband?
Yeah. He got the that you are made for me. You are mine. And I'm going to continue to
fight it out.
Yes. So he did it. I mean, it's amazing how he convinced my family and got me.
Oh my goodness!
Everything's been a struggle for me, but then it's for good. We really cherish it because nothing has come easy, right? I mean, the easy way out was probably to elope or just do it.
But that's not what you wanted to do.
No. I was very, very
particular.
Yeah. He said, I can take care of you, we'll do, I mean, at one point he said, that's probably is the only option because we are from 2 different religions.
Correct.
But I told him, no, if I'm coming with my family's consent, and my mom and everybody need to know.
Wow. And what about him, his family?
His family did accept me very well.
In the beginning?
A year later. So
after your dad accepted?
So we got married. No, my dad, in fact, didn't accept me for the first 3 years actually. So here's what happened. So my mom and everybody came to see me off and everything. We got married, and we moved to Calcutta. So he was in IBM Bangalore. My husband was in IBM Bangalore. And then he got a posting in Calcutta that he accepted because he wanted to, the Calcutta was a better place for us to go and settle. So we went to Calcutta 3 days after we got married and everything, and in Calcutta, I mean, I used to call my mom, talk to her, everything. And after 1 year, my husband wrote a letter to his dad saying that he's married me because it was hard for us to handle both sides.
So his parents didn't know you were getting married?
They knew that his mom knew it, but then it was so when we went back.
No, so both the families didn't come for the marriage.
No, it wasn't that way. No.
Then how did you get married?
So we got the court marriage, everything done, with my family.
But not your dad.
No, my dad didn't come.
Okay, so your mom and
Mom's family.
mom's
and
family
everything,
came
yes.
and got this done.
Yes.
But your father accepted till there.
Yeah, he knew that, he
They're
knew
doing
that
it.
we are doing
But
well.
he
we
just
are-
didn't want to be involved.
No, he because his heart didn't
Accept.
Like I
Got
said,
it.
he was very principled.
Yeah.
So he was not a person who would
Listen to all
just
this.
change.
Yeah,
It was hard
yeah.
for him to change.
Correct,
Although he wanted
correct,
to,
correct.
it just.
But no, I'm saying this is a huge thing that he's actually letting your mom and her family do this.
Yeah, no. He
If-
knew that I was
if
talking to my mom.
He could stop that, right?
No, he didn't. He
No,
never
I'm
did.
saying that he
Yes.
could.
Yeah, he could have.
He
right?
absolutely could have
Yeah.
with the kind of person he
He
is.
understood the mothers.
Your mom couldn't have done anything.
Right. But he knew the mother's love, and he knew that was wrong on his part to ever do that, so he never did anything.
That is
like
very
that.
nice of him.
Yeah,
That
very
part.
nice actually.
That
Yeah.
part actually from the
And
whole story.
I think he kept, my mom kept telling him that I'm doing well and everything. So after 1 year, when we went back to visit our parents, my husband left me to my mom's house, and then he goes to his house, and his parents were like, "Where's our bahu? Bring our bahu." And then he calls us and he says, my parents want to
See you too.
And then I go there and they accepted me so well. I mean, I call them Mummy, Papa, and they are more than my parents. They are absolutely,
close?
yes, very close. I mean, my parents and they are also very close now. They see each other, they meet each other. My dad and his dad hug each other like they are the best friends. They hold each other's hands in the
Wow.
weddings and everything. They're close and they're really nice.
How amazing
How
is
amazing, right?
that?
I mean, I sometimes when I look back, I'm like, from my
Anything can happen.
no,
Anything can happen.
yeah, they accepted me the way I am. My parents accepted him, and we are just like exactly what we never changed for each other. So
Wow.
yeah, we respect each other. We celebrate everything. We are very blessed, Vani.
Wow,
Very blessed.
Ashwini,
I
you
know.
deserve it.
Thank you.
Right after so much of struggle for
yeah.
everything.
Everything has come slow.
Yeah,
We do reach the point, but it's just takes a bit of struggle, and we cherish it. It's never a complaint that we have to struggle for everything. We enjoy the struggle.
That is positivity to its
Yeah,
core.
yeah. And then my dad spoke to me three years later. So we went to Calcutta. I joined IBM. My husband was in IBM. So we both were working there. And then I got an assignment to go to Germany. And then I went on my own. So that was a big milestone, right?
Correct,
For me to
correct.
go
Go
from
alone.
nowhere to there. It was a big
And
thing.
that too alone.
Yes, I went alone. My husband came to the US. I went
Wow.
to Germany.
Uh-huh.
So my dad was probably very amazed at how my husband supported me, got me the job, and how he's been supporting. And it was 3 years down the line, and there's this Ganesh festival, like the Ganapati. It's a very big festival for us. I mean, we even keep Lord Ganesha
In the house.
and
Yeah.
everything. So I was kind of missing that. So I called my mom to wish for that festival. And I would call in, they would know that it's my call, so they would just ask my mom, give it to my mom. So not that I had to hide and call her or anything.
Yes.
So everybody in the house knew that Ashwini is talking to her mom.
Yes.
Ashwini's call and she's talking to her mom. So my mom just asked me, "Do you want to talk to your dad?" I said yes.
Of course.
And my dad came to the phone,
Wow.
and then it's history. I mean, it's the most amazing thing that happened.
I can see the joy in your eyes right
My
now.
brother and my dad both.
So your brother didn't accept it either?
No.
Seriously?
They took time. I mean, it wasn't that they didn't accept. It's just that they needed time. So
Why did your brother want it? He was so young.
I didn't think about it too much, but
Really?
I just he's just like my dad. So he's very principled, very they come from the same. They are alike. Me and my mom are alike. I
Thought
think
process.
Thought process. Yeah. So we didn't force them. They took their time, but I'm so glad
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
it all worked out, and yeah.
Wow.
20 years down the line. I know. Yeah, we celebrated our friendship anniversary last year. So.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Congratulations!
Yeah, 14 years into marriage. It's a long way, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But wow, does this happen anywhere else in the world?
I'm sure you'll find stories like ours, but
Not in the other part of the world except India, I would think.
yeah.
Do people make marriage this difficult anywhere else in the world? I don't know, just a thought, while I'm speaking to you. Because it's
Yeah.
always nice to know.
How
know?
easy would it be when people start accepting
Accepting
each
each
other,
other.
right? I wish.
That's what I'm
I'm so
thinking.
glad. I mean, me and myself, I mean, me and my mother-in-law, very close to each other.
Uh-huh.
We're like friends,
See?
if there is something that's, she's not liking about me, we just like
Talk about
talk it out. I said like, what happened? We just talk it out, and then she tells me what's in her mind against me, and then we're
There you
like,
go.
I can clarify it, and then we are
Correct.
again like friends, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
so much easy,
Yeah,
let go and accept, and
Yeah, just while talking to you, this is what I'm thinking right now. And also, with age, a lot of your thoughts keep changing, Ashwini.
Yeah.
Me, as I'm growing up, I see a lot of changes in the way I think about a lot of things, all right? Except, my parents, like, they have been like, I don't even know, even if your best friend can be as close as my parents are.
Okay.
I mean, that is a different level altogether.
Oh, really?
I don't even know if I have found a friend that could be that.
Oh, wow.
I mean, totally open about each and everything. Period.
I miss that.
Period. So I grew up like that.
Okay.
With a father and a mother that were like so totally,
Nice.
ready to talk to you about
Wow, nice.
every little thing.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Yeah.
So I never had an idea about what the world is or what it is, and anything whatsoever. Right. So why I'm saying this to you is that coming from a family like that, for me, there is no reason for me to have different ideas about people and parents and what they do, because my life was so fantastic. How does it matter to
Right,
me? You know
yeah.
what I mean? I mean, I lived a life like a queen is even an
Princess.
understatement.
Yeah.
Kyunki that is what.
Wow.
And especially not just that total faith in you, like your bestest friend
I know.
that we talk about in this
Yeah.
world.
Uh-huh.
Imagine your mummy being your bestest friend, your daddy being your bestest friend. What kind of a,
Nice.
thing it
Yeah,
was in my
so
house.
protective.
Okay,
Yeah,
couple of
so-
times I actually did talk about this. I don't remember. This incident I can never forget. Whenever I hear from others about anything, the kind of issues and all. I had a friend. All right. I mean, he is. I won't say had, because he's still, my friend. Okay, and we don't talk entire year. Okay, but on our birthdays we will call each other for sure,
Oh,
wherever
wow.
we
Yeah,
are. Okay, he is 22nd December. I'm 23rd December. So
okay.
we always
Kind of, yeah.
school say we were together, college and stuff. We were always together, and we were. I don't know what was it. I don't really know what was it, but I knew that our names were even taken together all the time.
Okay,
So
yeah.
he would always come home, etc. And one day, so every evening he will be there. So I remember this so vividly in my mind. Okay, so we were just getting into college and stuff, and I was just sitting on my patio outside, and I was alone. And my dad comes and sits next to me, and he says, "Hey, what's up, girl? How come you're alone today?" Because he knows that I every day have friends coming home. All right, he said. So I said, "I don't know. This somewhere they must have gone, daddy, whatever." Then he goes, "By the way, where's your Vinod?"
Oh, okay.
Because he's like part of
Yeah, the home. and
home
everything.
forever for so many years now.
Oh.
Okay, his mom works in my dad's department.
Oh, nice.
Alright,
okay.
so they know each other very well too, and all that. So he's like, "Where's Vinod then?" I go that, he's gone out with a girlfriend. I told him that.
Okay.
So he said, "Oh, okay." And then he went back again inside, and maybe after some time he came out, and I was still sitting there, which was strange. Okay, I wouldn't be really sitting down in one place for too long. He comes to me, he sits to me. I so remember that. It was like literally, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, because it's getting darker. I remember sitting there on those steps over there with him on the patio, and he tells me, "Are you feeling bad that Vinod went alone
Okay.
with another friend and you're not there?"
Okay.
I said, "No." Okay. He said, "Are you feeling, do you think you would like to go alone with him somewhere?"
Okay.
My dad asked me this.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I said, "No, why are you asking me this?"
Oh, no.
And he says, "No, I mean, you don't have to be in a rush to answer me. I was just thinking, would you?"
Nice.
He said, I said, no, Daddy, not at all. You know, why? He's always here with me. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'm just missing him because, yeah, I'm so used to having him every day.
Right.
Maybe that's what it is, Daddy. But no, I never thought that I need to go with him alone anyway. I don't feel the need.
Wow.
I said.
Like, yeah.
So you know what he tells me?
Uh-huh.
He says, Vani, now you guys are growing up.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So it is very natural that some guy will like you, some girl he will like.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is how my dad puts it to me at that time. You can't believe it.
Right,
All
your
right?
dad's-
And he said, not only you, as well as you know Vinod, I think we also know Vinod at home.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm telling you this. Okay? That. Always remember. In his heart, the place that he will have for you entire life will not be changed.
Right.
There might be somebody else in his life
Yeah.
who will come,
Right.
will become his girlfriend or a wife.
Right,
But the place that he holds for you in his heart, Vani,
The best
will
friend.
always be the same. So you should never forget that.
Right.
As you people are growing up. He
Yeah.
told me that.
Right.
Today, in retrospect, when I think about it, how deep is that?
Right,
Are the
so
most modern parents that we are supposed to be today in this generation
Right,
talk to
you-
their kids like this?
Yep. Your parents did that years ago, right?
How
I mean, that's-
beautiful!
Exactly. Oh my.
You know, I mean, even when I think about it today, I just think that what was my daddy?
I know. Yeah. I'm
You
so,
know,
so
I mean,
touched, yes.
what kind of a man?
Yeah.
What kind of. Today, Vinod has 2 daughters.
Okay.
Again, you know what he says? Mani, wish I could be like your daddy, da.
Oh my God.
I wish I could be like your daddy, to have that faith,
Faith,
you know, in my
yes.
kid, and to say that I know my daughter,
Yeah.
all right? And also be able to tell her that if this is your friend and this is the space, you have something special for him. He has it too. He gives you that kind of, strength. Because
Yeah.
while you're growing, maybe sometimes you don't know what it is.
Exactly.
The feelings.
Yes,
And
yes.
all this I understand now.
Yeah.
I don't understand all that time ago.
Mm.
Okay?
So true.
But when I'm realizing all these things, what I'm really understanding is that I'm developing some kind of anger towards a lot of people in the world. I know it is not needed, but that anger is not for what they are doing to somebody else. The anger is what they're doing to themselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
Why are they hurting themselves and the people that they love?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, the
Should
kids
let
are
go.
still learning.
Yeah.
Kids are stronger. They are actually able to handle it.
Very
What
true.
about the parents, the pain that they are going through? Is it necessary?
Exactly. They're just stressing it out on
They
themselves.
are
Yeah.
taking so much of stress, and it is so not needed.
needed,
These
yes.
memories that can turn priceless, like the way I have collected,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
That
so-
respect. Do you think I could have ever wanted to do anything wrong when I have this kind of open relationship with my parent?
Exactly.
When you don't have is it when you actually think about other things.
Exactly.
You know,
So
because
much
you
of time
because
is
you
lost.
have to do it behind them.
Exactly.
Anything that you have to do behind them becomes not right.
Not right. Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Very.
Unfortunately,
Yes, yes.
isn't it? So you know, these stories that we share with each other, Ashwini, I feel they carry so much of value because they are real.
Yes.
We are not giving anybody a lecture on anything,
Right.
okay?
True.
But what we are sharing is more priceless than any lecture
Yes.
that somebody read it and told you.
Right. Right.
You
Very
know,
true.
who is
Yeah.
not giving a personal perspective. Maybe he's just trying to tell what is right or wrong. I'm never about that, by the way.
Mm,
You know,
true.
God said we have to do like this, God said we like that. No. You know, only if it is right for you.
Right.
Only if it is right for you.
Right. Yep.
You know, you cannot do anything any other way.
Right.
But, you know, I mean, for whatever you shared today, another perspective, see, they hurt for so many years. At the end, they were all with you.
Yes, they're all with us. I mean, so blessed. Yep.
Right? But
So
the pain
thankful,
that they
so
went
thankful,
through
yeah.
is so not needed.
Right.
The pain that you had to go through, it is so not needed when they know they love you anyway.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to
Yes,
say.
yes.
You know, we will have to vocalize these things so that tomorrow we don't do anything like that with our kids.
I know. Time lost, right? It's time not spoken is time lost. But
More than that, yeah, the pain and hurt
hurt,
that
yeah,
each and
they go
everybody
through,
went
yes.
through for what?
Yeah, both sides. Yes.
For
yes,
what?
Very true. Yep.
Won't it? I'm sure it'll hurt you more about his pain of staying alone without connecting with anybody through all this process and not enjoying the things at the right time and being alone. How is it happy for anybody? But you are hurting, I'm sure, more for it than he would. He doesn't realize it, right? It's over. Okay, but you might feel, right, in retrospect, that oh my God, my poor dad, how much pain did he go through? Because I'm saying
there's always a guilt in me that, and I hurt him
because of me.
Yeah, because of me.
Yeah, because of me, he went through all this pain. You know why I'm saying this? Because the kind of joy and that expression in your eye when you were saying that after 3 years, he actually said he will talk to me and he will do this and all that. When you were saying this, I'm thinking that how much of pain we are all holding inside of ourselves.
You have everything and yet you don't have
your own people.
It's like,
your own people, your own people, right? Not a single moment is worth.
But time healed, so we don't really look back to that as much.
No, but what I'm saying is every experience for me is a learning it's a lesson. Otherwise there's no point. Now at this age today, whatever you are, whatever me, all those years that I lived, all those years that you lived, okay? If we learned nothing, Ashwini, from these things, and we just continuing to live is good. But what I'm saying is, if you don't learn, that means you at 40 you are still what you knew at 10.
Right. Yep. Learning.
You know
what? Is a learning.
You know what is my perspective here? I'm
Learning.
talking about all these experiences should teach you. Sometimes very small things my mommy will start saying and worrying. Okay, very small things. I hope God will do this and you will get the ticket on time for the flight. Mommy, do we go to God for even flight or ticket? Exactly. So I just sometimes keep telling her that, you know what, Mommy, you can't think like this like when you were a baby. When you were a baby, you can't do this, Mommy. You know what I mean? We have to tell each other. It's not that somebody is bad or somebody is good. Okay, everybody is good. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is our experiences, let's not just push them away thinking that it's over and we are okay now. We are okay. That is one way of doing it, so that we will become better people.
Yes. So
all right, because we are so scared of those things. We would rather
clean.
This
let go, right? Let go. And
there is a difference again. Let go and sweeping it under the carpet.
Oh yeah.
I think mostly what we all do is because that's the easiest. It's better to forget all that, and now we are all happy. Ting, tish. You know what I'm saying? We all have various experiences. I have a million experiences that I know.
Right.
Even today, I know there are some things that I'm refusing to bring it outside from under the carpet. When I would have pushed it, I don't know. But at least I'm aware. I remember. That I still leave that one thing down there. There must be a reason.
You want to bring it out someday.
Want to bring it out because I feel only then you are letting it go. Not
until then.
Until then, isn't it? You agree?
Yes. Totally.
And what a beautiful thing you brought out today, Ashwini. We are all up for time, and it always happens how time flies. I never ever realize it.
Oh my God.
Right?
I know. I thought there were of talking only.
There were a million things that I thought I needed to talk. But you know what? Every woman who sits here brings out something different. And today what you brought out was very special. Very, very special. We want to help everybody who is watching. All kinds, all generations, our moms. Even at this point of time, if they're watching something like this, they might be able to let go a few things and lighten themselves. Before they go. You know what I mean? I'm a very realistic person. I don't know, these things might sound bad. These things might sound bad. Like I said, before they go, I accept all the realities. I like to be brave in that way, so that when I know this reality that they will go one day, I feel that I will give it more now instead of waiting, because you never are thinking about that.
True.
I don't want to be stuck, but I still want to remember that. Okay, and I don't know.
What a beautiful family we are today. I wish, a picture with both our families are still pending because we've never completely met.
So you're waiting for that picture, but which is amazing. Though it happens slowly and steadily, you have a fantastic relationship with them. That is what is priceless. And
Thank
you
you.
are
My
you are a
pleasure.
very beautiful soul.
Thank you so
You know,
much, Vani.
extremely beautiful soul,
thank
and
you
God
so much.
bless you.
Thank you
And
so
I'm
much.
sure all said and done, through expression, through no expression, whatever you are, most of it comes from them only.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you are still, that is your DNA.
Yeah.
You know, that is your
Even-
DNA. And
yeah,
exactly, that's where
yeah.
we started.
Yeah, that's how
Right?
it is,
You
yes.
see, their expression would have been different. No expression was something else.
Yeah.
But through
My mom
everything-
held it through,
and
all through.
silence
yes.
also teaches you lots.
Yeah.
So
That's
what,
my mom's mantra, my mother's mantra, yes.
See, so
yeah.
whatever you have imbibed,
It's all balanced.
whatever
So-
you have become today is from there.
Right.
Like I know whatever I am today is only from my mom and dad.
Yes.
You know,
That
nobody else.
truly makes us,
Nobody else.
yes,
You know, we come
complete.
out, we become only through our
We owe it to
experiences.
them, right?
Totally,
Yes.
totally,
I'm
totally.
so thankful
we
for
do.
my mom, dad. I love them so much. My Ammi, Papa, love you all so much.
Aww.
And Shoaib and my kids, so Hareha, love you all to the core. I mean, thank you so much. Thanks, Vani.
Great. Thank you, Ashwini,
Yeah.
for being here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Well,
you.
can't thank you guys enough for joining me once again on this beautiful, beautiful journey. Today we went all emotional and into some beautiful spaces that we didn't touch, you know, maybe any time before. But this is what, you know, makes UVW so special.
Yeah.
This is what every guest who comes and sits here makes it so special. So
Thank
God
you.
bless you. Thank
you.
you. And I promise when I come back next week, I'm going to come back with another awesome guest for sure. But till then, you know what you got to do, right? You want to keep smiling. You want to be able to take care of yourself. And yes, not to ever forget how much I love you.